All clear ahead. As far as I can see it is anyway. Right, so let's go. Oh shit, there's a boat coming. Do you know what? I'm gonna. Should I wait? No, I'm not gonna wait. Not gonna wait for the boat. And the reason is because the services take an hour, and if they stop there, if the pursuing boat stops there, if there's only one tap, I'll be stuck for an hour behind them. But yeah, absolutely lovely mooring back there. Quiet, not much footpath traffic, shop close by, and of course the farm shop just 300 yards from the Canal bridge, which is very nice. So I'll have to see if this guy looks like he's going to overtake, if he wants to sort of put pressure on me, because I'm not in the mood today, in the frame of mind. It's not compatible with my mission objectives to let anyone past. But yeah, look, Life O'Reilly with the side door, same as mine. Oh, it's a 50 footer as well. I think it's a 50 footer like mine. Very different though, it's got a side hatch and a few other things. I think I've mentioned this, you get a drainage issue on the lower step. I sound like that Ted character, don't I, from the Fast Show? The drainage on the lower step, sorry about the Irish there, I know I can't do, I know that. But I can't help trying. So I feel like the boat behind me will probably want to press on, and that's a bit of a shame because I'm not going to. Well, I will after these boats. I'm happy to press on then. Okay, 1500 RPM. This is a bit of a fool's errand really, all these revs. I know from experience it doesn't really go that much faster. It's just a lot more noise and fury, but signifying nothing, as the old expression sort of goes. So the guys behind are now at about 300 yards, so they're not trying to race me, so that's good. Take a look at that. I mean, it's a nice boat as well, Freya. I mean, they're all nice boats, but just nice location is what I'm getting to. Morning. I'm sorry I'm a tad fast, I'm being chased, so apologies.
Don't worry.
This is what people mean when they talk about the beauty of the Ashby Canal. .9? No, 3.4, 3.5. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing. I'm never sure exactly what I'm doing with this app. Oh, 2.8? Come off it. I'm not doing 2.8. Absolute bollocks. Right, there's a boat, and he's closer than me. So I'm going to let him through. So I'm just hovering here until they've come through. Morning. Is it morning? I'm not sure. Hiya. I think it might be afternoon, guys. I'm sorry. Hate to pull you up on a technicality. So the hovering round for that boat has meant that the boat behind's caught me, and I think they could probably get past. if we had a long enough straight section, you can overtake. It's like lorries on a motorway though. It's a sort of the epitome of frustration. So we got 40 minutes of pursuit, but so be it. Right here is a marvellous little thing. Look, a boat. It's like an arm off of the canal. So someone's dug that out if it wasn't there already. You've got to get permission to do that. So it's all going to be a little bit windy today in the open here, and so that's going to mean a bit of wind noise, for which I apologise in advance. I've got to show you this though. Look at the landscape. I overuse this phrase, sort of quintessential English landscape, or one of them anyway. If you lived in England, spent time here, you know, or in the UK, you would recognise that as an English landscape. So the guys behind are kindly keeping their distance, which is lovely. They're not trying to put pressure on me. Some boaters will do that. They're just like, look, my boat will do 4 miles an hour. I want to do 4 miles an hour. And they will let you know, and they'll expect you to pull over. And normally, to be fair, normally I would. I'm going round a bend, so I'm watching carefully. So anyway, great news, you know, not millions of boats, the odd boat moving, not millions of boats, so that's good. Things are definitely quieting down. I remember Trev said he followed me into Coventry Basin. We went down to Coventry Basin and spent a few days there, and he said I was weaving all over the place. He said my boat seemed to be weaving all over the place. Now I was trying to avoid floating debris at that time, so I've sort of got an excuse. Don't think there's anyone in there. Now that boat there, he is out on his own there. Because it's, as I say, it's at least maybe 3/4 of a mile to Sutton Wharf and the facilities. It's got to be at least a mile now back to down to Stoke Golding. There's no boats moored, so he is out on his own. He does like peace and quiet. So if I rocked up and there was a boat like that, I would not moor next to them. If you turn up in the middle of nowhere and there's a boat there, you know, my feeling is clearly they prefer being sort of alone. So I would move at least to 100 yards. I mean, it all depends on the mooring. Sometimes it's a small mooring, there's only space for 2 boats, you've got to do it. But if there's space available, I'll move to the other end, you know, 100, 200 yards away, give them a bit of space. Because that's what they want, isn't it? Right, we're 0.3 miles away. Right, so I know where the binoculars are. I can grab them in a couple of seconds. So, before we get too close, let's do that. Whoa. So, binoculars. From a distance, I'll be able to see the layout and exactly where the water point is and the Elsan and all the rest of it. This is the last services before, there's one at the very end of the canal, another 10-15 miles away. Check that out. The Black Pearl. Absolutely sensational. There's a bridge and then it's all there on the right. So let's get ready. At least I've not got boats coming towards me. There's like a pub there, Sutton Wharf. I think I can see the facilities. There's bollards. Yeah, there's bollards and there's a water tap. Fantastic. I'm going to tie up at the front. These people are stopping to use the facilities. But there's two. Yeah, you're going. They've got the advantage of a bow thruster, so they can turn the front end in. You see how sharply it comes in? Let's get the ends tied up. There's rubbish apparently, but I'm not seeing the rubbish bins yet, unless they're... On my map there's rubbish bins. If you spot them.
Add everything.
Maybe there at the end. That looks like it, doesn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah. Stretch, but it'll do it.
Yeah,
it's partly to contemplate, and everyone was moaning about it at the time, saying, "Oh, it's outrageous." And to me,
how much it is.
I
don't care how much my licence is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, to be honest, not everyone is in the position where they can pay unlimited fees.
No.
You're in a fortunate position, so good for you. Yeah. Most people aren't, but I do think it's no more than fair, you know. Yeah. So no, I'm not one of the complainers. I do feel though, if you were inquiring whether I might be willing to make more of a financial contribution in the friends thing, I do have to disappoint you with that. I do consider myself a friend, you know, morally speaking, absolutely, because the work is fantastic, and every volunteer I've spoken to, they're great people, they're helpful, they're fantastic. I cannot say enough good things about them. So apologies for my reticence, you know. No worries. But have a nice afternoon anyway.
I might see you again one day.
You'll see me on the way back, I'm sure. Yeah, you'll see me on the way back, and hopefully in a couple of weeks or so. So you take care, have a nice day.